EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On 1st and 10, Heineke. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
A carry for Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Heineke to throw it. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Heineke. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Heineke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carr, and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now they go end around with Adams. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, looking for Ward, but this is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Yeah, this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On the counter, Gibson. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Heineke from the gun on third down. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. To the air again, Heineke. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Heineke. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Carr to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Carr now to throw. And he finds Beasley complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They fake the handoff. Now Carr lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Shotgun now for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. William Jackson with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. From the gun, it's Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On play action. Now Carr. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. 2nd down and 8. Carr going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Runs through the contact, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A give to Gibson running right, and he'll take this one down to the 36.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On play action, it's Carr. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Call it a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Heineke's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds. That's his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. McCaffrey, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up.
That takeaway, partner, right there, That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Heineke now. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Heineke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Heineke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Heineke. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Throwing. Heineke. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Hopkins' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Carr. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Carr to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now they'll run. Murray. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot now for Heineke. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, headed in the red zone. But with any time you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Las Vegas, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost.